I kind of have some sad news. I'm injured right now and I'm not able to run. So stay tuned as you watch me navigate this. Injury is not a very easy thing to go through emotionally because depending on how severe the injury is, you can be out for quite a long time. I learned so much through this injury. I think I've been humbled so much, and there's more to life than just running. But I think actually going through the experience has taught me a lot more rather than just hearing it. I know a lot of people deal with injury, and I'm not the only one. And I don't want you to feel like you're alone. You're not alone. None of us are. But I just kind of wanted to like shed some light on this and also educate you guys on what the experience is like when you're injured. Also get kind of emotional in this video too because I want to keep it real. I'm also just really grateful for God because he's been providing me with so many resources. Come with me on this process. Hey guys, this is some footage of me, some quick footage of me getting my MRI done. These people are super awesome, by the way. My PTs and the ER doctor said I need to get like MRI done. This is some footage of some of my results. Unfortunately, I found out that I had a stress injury in my left tibia, which was super sad, and this was very devastating. I mean, thankfully it wasn't a stress fracture. It would have been longer, so I can't run for like the next 6 weeks, which is really sad because I have a lot of races coming up, especially as a pro. And guys, this is where I get vulnerable. Like, I am just devastated. That morning when I woke up, I realized that the reality hit me that I would not be able to run for 6 weeks. And when you see your friends, your teammates out there practicing and running and doing really good and setting records and stuff, you just feel like there's nothing left of you. Like, in that moment, like, it really is hard. Like, 6 weeks is a long time, and when you do something that you love and you can't do it, it's like really sad. So I just want to invite y'all to, like, if you're going through an injury, or if you go through an injury, just allow yourself to like feel loved and feel what you have to feel and seek help. Like, that's the most important thing, nurturing your body. And so in this moment, this is when I'm realizing that like my body's pretty banged up. This is a serious injury, but like the trainers are really nice and they cared a lot. Also, this is me thinking a lot about nationals. This is some clip and some footage from when I ran nationals, and it was just like the highlight of my life. And the way my body showed up for me running these fast times and these crazy conditions, this is when the reality hit me and the realization hit me that I need to show up for my body. And the way that my body showed up for me, my body loved me enough to get me through nationals, and now my body needs that same love in return. And I just got really emotional because in just thinking about what I did and what I was able to do, what God allowed me to do and what he's blessed me to do, I want to be that friend to my body because my body is asking me to help him. He needs attention, and I can't neglect him. And so that letting your body feel loved is very crucial during recovery, and that's exactly what I'm allowing myself to do. And that's what's going to help me get through these 6 weeks. And I just pray that like after these 6 weeks that I'll be able to start getting back to where I'm supposed to be. But whatever my body needs, I'm going to give, and that takes a lot of humility and a lot of maturity. So I'm just very grateful that it's not a stress fracture, because that would be like 6 months to even a year depending on how crazy it is. But luckily I'm just sitting at like 4 to 6 weeks, but I have some great physical trainers and some great people in my corner. And so enjoy the rest of this footage from nationals, and then we'll resume from there. Also, I just want to preface that winning the national title, coming back and defending the national title that I won the previous year, and winning as an individual again in this race, as well as our men and our women both won nationals as a team as well, was nothing short of amazing. And I am still immensely grateful to God eternally to this day. You know, it's easy to show up when everything is going right. But when it's not, when you're hurt and you've hit a wall, it can feel like the hardest thing in the world to keep going. I'm a professional runner, and right now, I'm injured. I'm hurt, and it sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There are days when I'm angry, frustrated, tired, and honestly, just tired of fighting. But here's the thing, okay? It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to not be okay. We live in a world that pushes us to be strong, to always show up like there's nothing wrong. But the truth is, being real, being vulnerable, is where the strength truly relies. So if you're feeling lost and you feel like you can't get back up, I'm telling you, you're not alone. We've all been there. And even if you fall, and even if you stay down for a while, I promise you, the hardest part is just getting back up. That is where the real growth happens. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real. And if you've fallen, it's okay to stay there, even for a moment. Just don't stay down forever. You'll rise again, and when you do, you'll be stronger than you ever have been before. Take your time, and remember that the fight doesn't end until you decide that it does. You've got this. We've got this. I love you all. Okay, so as you can see, it's a very emotional thing, and I'm sure as those of you who have been injured as well, it's a very emotional thing. But what do we do when we're injured? Do we give up? No. Do we throw in the towel? Absolutely not. We cross train. We keep our fitness that we've worked super hard for, and we don't give up. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to cross train. And not only are we going to cross train, but we're going to have fun while doing it.
Never really said it all till you said it all. Testing, testing now. Where do we go from here? White sheets over furniture, the same as when we left. Clean cut underneath. Light muslin and canvas till someone's coming back. Crunch under my feet. You never really said it all till you said it all. Testing, testing now. Where do we go from here? You never really said it all till we say it all. Got time if not, but I need to know. Where do we go from here? White lies till I'm over it. It's getting on my nerves. Guilt-free cover up. Lights out, nothing under me, but no one's getting hurt. Did good after all. You never really said it all till you said it all. Testing, testing now. Where do we go from here? Never really said it all till we say it all. Got time if not, but I need to know. Where do we go from here? Got time if not, but I need to know. Where do we go from
Full speed ahead on your first couple of runs without keeping a rest because you're going to stress your fracture out again.
Okay. I love you. I'm gonna let you go back to sleep, okay?
I love you too, son. Just call me tomorrow, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, baby. I love you. Good night.
I love you too, and I hope you're able to go back to sleep. I'm sorry for waking you up.
No, you okay? Call me anytime. I know we on 2 different time zones.
Okay.
But I love you, baby.
I love you too.
All right, good night.
Good night. I love you.
Love you too, baby.
All right.
All right.
I seriously have the best mom. Like, genuinely, like, she is so loving, caring, and compassionate. And she's also a physical therapist too, so I got blessed there. The only thing is she lives on the other side of the country, so I'm not able to be seen by her regularly, but she's my mom, so I just try to update her on how I'm doing. And I genuinely want to say that I'm so grateful that you guys have took out the time and that you're watching this channel. The reason why that I'm filming this and documenting this moment when I'm injured is specifically because, like, I know that as a professional runner, a lot of people look up to me, and I'm sure there's a lot of other professional runners that you look up to, and it's easy to see our successes. It's easy to see that, like, things when they go right, but it's not always documented when things go hard. And I thought that if I could have the opportunity to document, like, when things are not easy, when things are hard, like, to let you guys know that, like, when you're injured and you're going through it too, that you're not alone. Like, we all go through it, but I want to be there with you guys and mourn with you guys. Like, during that process, it's very hard and it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to process, but, like, I want to be real and be honest and be vulnerable because that's what the world needs. We don't need just, like, social media platforms where we only document, like, our successes, our wins. Like, you know, I've won nationals. I'm a 5-time individual national champion in junior college. I've also sought national junior college records. I've gotten the opportunity to go pro. So it's easy to just talk about the good things that happen. I could sit here all day and just talk about all the great things that happen. But honestly, that's not where the healing is. That's not where the growth is. The growth is a balance between understanding that life does bless us a lot, but also we get kicked to the curb sometimes. And when you're, like, in that dark space, when you're seeing your friends out there running, going on runs and doing all these beautiful things and breaking these records and winning nationals and qualifying for Olympic trials, running in the Olympics, like, it feels like so isolating and devastating where you're not doing those things, but you're also injured and you can't do anything about it. Especially, like, if you have, like, a stress injury or if you have, like, a stress fracture, you're out anywhere between, like, with a stress injury, it could be like 4 to 6 weeks. With a stress fracture, it could be 6 months, even up to a year, depending on how bad the case is. That's a really hard time, and that's a really long time to be, like, runners. Like, that's what we do, that's what we love. It's a huge part of who we are, and it's part of our identity. Sometimes some of us unfortunately make it our entire identity, sadly. But what I want to do is, like, shed light on the situation and say, look, like, when you're having a hard time, like, you're not the only one. Like, I'm going through it too. We all do. I just don't want you to have to feel like you're alone. You don't have to go in that room all alone. And even when I'm going through, like, a really good time, like, even when I heal and I'm able to run and I'm back to normal, like, I might even need to come back and look at videos like this to where, like, you know what, it reminds me to be grateful for what I have now, because I have now what I once didn't have. And I remember praying for so long immensely on the things that I once had before that I have now. And so I just thought that, like, if I had an opportunity to have, like, a camera to vlog this stuff, like, I was like, I want to be able to, like, document this thing and be real with it, because there are people who are probably injured right now that are going through it, you know. So I just love you all so much. Hey guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This whole process of being injured is not easy. It can be painful emotionally and physically, but I do know that God's got me. I know that God has all of us. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a big old thumbs up and subscribe as well, and follow me on Strava, Instagram, and TikTok. I will leave those social media links and handles down in the description box below. I'm going to get some sleep, and I'm going to prep this video in the morning so that it can go up tomorrow, which is today that you're watching it, or whenever you're watching it, so that I can premiere. But anyways, I love you all, and thank you so much for taking out the time to watch this video. And I'm grateful for all the support that I've had, and for all of you. You guys are amazing, and without God, none of this would be possible. I love you all so very much, and I will see you guys on Sunday in the next video. Bye.
Never really said it all till you said it all. Testing, testing now. Where do we go from here? White sheets over furniture, the same as when we left. thing.